All right, everybody. It is MonkeyPuzzle and time for long overdue episode 23 of Exploring Ragnarok. I did a stream on Sunday where I talked about a lot of the stuff I wanted to do, and for the last 3 days I've been trying to do it, but I have been hampered by some problems. BLP, my friend Aaron, he hosts and runs the server, but I'm also an admin here. I help out a lot. He goes to bed early and I admin when a lot of the players are awake afterwards. And we've been having to deal with some super issues on the server for the last 3 nights. And unfortunately, it has to do with one of my favorite mods, is Extra ARK, that makes these wide gates that you can get bigger things in, and a bunch of other stuff, which I'll go through in a minute. A lot of MonkeyHeim is based on it, but unfortunately, you know, I support the guy and I hope he works through it, but he's pushed through some updates that corrupt the world save. And so you can't restart with them sometimes. Sometimes you can't start the world with them. We've had a whole bunch of downtime. We've had to roll back 3 times now. And we've just decided that the mod is not reliable enough in order to have it on the server with a lot of the people counting on it, with all these YouTubers on it. So unfortunately, it's got to go. It's taken up a bunch of my time. And I'm not here to bag on the guy. You know, rough things happen. But actually, I shouldn't have taken it off. I should leave it on to show you why I have to take it off. One of the things is I can't go into gates anymore. That's as far as I can get at the moment with this particular update. It's like these guys are bouncers and they're saying like, dude, no, sorry man, you don't have the VIP pass, you can't go in. So, but I did want to show you guys the before and after, because basically this episode, instead of all the stuff I said I'm going to do, I'm going to have to basically redesign MonkeyHeim after I spend a bunch of time helping people recover from the rollback and losing the inventory and stuff. So Extra ARK also has all these wall cabinets, which I love. They were perfect for this slimline base when I had to like not have stuff too bulky. Problem is I'm gonna lose everything in these wall cabinets, which is all my loot basically from the drops. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That I'm gonna regret. There's a lot of nice saddles in there and stuff, and I've got, you know, not a huge amount of armor, but definitely some good stuff in here that I'm gonna lose. Did a bunch of grinding of sulfur and stuff from the volcano caldera. Gonna lose that, and we made a bunch of propellant. That's gonna go. And so on, some of this artifact stuff and all that. Yeah, and then also in my base here, let me see, these are Extra ARK, and this whole second floor is Extra ARK. It's been having streaming problems anyway, but all this stuff is going to be floating, and then my whole top of my ceiling is kind of out a half piece on these little quarter ceilings that are awesome for working with little half gap spaces, but unfortunately those are all going to be gone as well. So either my base is going to collapse or a lot of stuff's going to be floating and I'm going to have to take it down anyway or something like that. So just wanted to give you guys a little before, and also this is just an update to let you know why episodes have not been coming out this week, even though I promised there would be. So that's been happening, and yeah, my admin responsibilities have been taking front and center responsibility doing that. So anyway, that's it for here. Oh, and actually I should take you over to the watchtower real quick too. Let me get you over there and show you what's going to change over there too, and what I'm going to miss, man. I didn't know how I was going to live without this mod, because it's got certain things that are just fantastic. I don't know why I'm saving all this stuff, because we're going to have to roll back anyway, but that's just the conservative guy in me. But we're going to have to roll back to this particular place again, and then yeah, start from there without the mod. We've been calling it Groundhog Day because we can just keep start at the same place. But these are the wall fridges. We're not going to have those anymore. And my mobile base is over there. I kind of give it away, but they were going to be based on the wall ACs, air conditioners from Extra Arc. And that's going to go. But let's go over to here. A watchtower. And show you the other thing we're going to have to change out. But yeah, over here, they already took the front gates off because admins were going around screenshotting people's storage so that if we have to replace stuff, we can do it. But I had some cabinets in a vault here. That's not the biggest deal, but my whole fence enclosure here is all fancy fences. And those are going to have to go. I think we just put some of Eco's mods on, and Eco has a cool fence that's like this, but even fancier. I'll probably have to replace it with that. And then one of the saddest things to go are going to be these 4-high behemoth gates that are, you know, don't have the top going all the way over. And so they're more reasonably sized, not as huge, but I'm going to lose those too. So after the restart, this whole area is going to be open, and I'm going to have to get it enclosed real quick. Protect the dino. So we inadvertently got a little extra content here that we were not expecting. But we're going to go ahead and do that restart without the mod, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the after. And this is just to show you what I have to do. No disrespect to the mod developer. I wish him the best in recovering from all this, but like I said, with all these YouTubers and everybody else on here, as active as the server is, we need it to be reliable. So I got some extra stuff to do. All right, so I will see you after the restart. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so it happened. That stuff is gone, and I should have edited in some explosions and stuff. They go boom, bam, boom, but I didn't. But here it is, and it's already mayhem. Pegomastics came in, started the fight, and then my dinos were killing the Pegomastics, and there was a Bronto in here, and it killed my nice tree. So hopefully I wait a little while and use some refertilizer. I'll be able to fix that. And all my dinos have run off the hill. And, I got to go get them back together. So I guess making a fence is my first order of business. Now right now I'm actually stuck on a fence support. I went ahead and made one of these. This is the S Plus visibility tool. Where'd it go? It says, oh, I died. That's what happened. I got killed. It only takes a piece of thatch. That Bronto threw me off the hill, but I didn't have much on me yet. But if I grab some thatch right here, I can go ahead. I think it only takes one. It looks like a grenade, and it hides and unhides things in a huge radius, things that can be hidden with S Plus. Okay, it's already back down there. So pull it up, right click on it, hide mode, show mode. So then if I left click, you can see I still have all the S Plus fence supports in here. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of the eco mods, I think, to replace the fencing. Let me show you that real quick, and then I'm going to go down and get all my dinos back together. But actually over here, we can go ahead. I'm told it was in this one, in the garden decor crafting table. So to make that, see what we need. The garden core crafting table. We need some thatch and some wood. So let's just make that real quick and see what happens. Some wood and some thatch. Is that enough? I forget how much it took. Garden. Nope, not yet. We need some more wood. 20 more. No problem. Got that. Okay, now search for garden again. Set that down once we get it, and I'll look at the crafting requirements with you guys and also see what this looks like. Kind of looks like an engram there, but let's go ahead and put it somewhere. I think these are all pick upable and movable and all of that. I have no idea where to put it. I have a little potted plant right there for now. I place it? Oh, not with that in my hand. I think I gotta put that away, maybe? Okay, there it is. Alright, so I'll move it somewhere better. Can we pick it up? We must be able to, yeah. Let's go ahead and look in it. And there's all this stuff in here, so... Not sure what it's called. Wooden fence, white wooden fence, stone brick fence. That was it. It was the pen fence, and one of them takes 75 wood and 5 metal ingots. So these things in Eco's mods have a reasonable crafting requirement. 75 wood actually is quite a lot for one piece of fence. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and make up a bunch of those, and we'll start putting it together. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a good old S+ behemoth gate and plug up my center again, because this is not sustainable. All right, guys. Let me go get my dinos, and we'll put this back together. Alright, folks, let me show you what I came up with. And in full disclosure, I've actually already shown you once, but in yet another technical difficulty, OBS decided for some reason to make that footage black. I don't know why. Hopefully that's the end of technical difficulties for a while. I've had enough for the minute, but here it is. We've got the pen fences and hedges. Yes, hedges, that's right. Eco's mod not only has these fancy fences, but they have stackable hedges that take 200 fiber each to make, and they have 10,000 HP, so they're as good as I think that's a stone wall. So I can work with that. They look both kind of silly at the same time and pretty classy. I think it's a little posh and silly. So yeah, and there is the behemoth gate, all huge and out of place and not matching anything. I made a stone one this time just because it was wood before. Wood would probably match better, but I'm gonna try dyeing that brown maybe and see if it blends in a little bit much, a little bit more. It's trying to make like an elephant blend with a hamster or something, but whatever. And here is the gate that comes with it. So that's kind of nice. I like that. Very nicely textured. I just locked myself out of my pen. But yeah, pens and hedges. So we're all contained here. And the refertilizer that I made did work indeed. Thank you, BFun. He gave me a couple pieces of fertilizer. And this worked right away. Grew my tree back. So I'm very happy about that. Oh, and just one little thing I could do. Actually, let me grab my demo gun. I think I left it on the bear. One little thing I could do is if I take the hedge down a couple notches, so funny, stackable hedges, there is this black iron fence or black metal fence that's usually too low to the ground, but you can actually put it on top of the hedges. And if you put it there, it kind of looks like the hedge is growing up through the fence. That almost looks kind of estate-like. I might, when I have more metal over here and get myself back together, I might do it that way. Let me know what you think. But for the meantime, it's nice and bushy. Me and my team of gardeners keep things nice and well maintained here. There's even a bunch of topiary you could make. There's like a topiary trike that has 10,000 HP, so you could have a whole wall of trikes around keeping things out, which would be pretty silly indeed. Anyway, let me go fast travel on back to Monkeyheim and let me show you what I did there. I can't show you the immediate after because, like I said, that already happened, but I will show you how I put it back together and recovered from this whole disaster. Alright, back in Monkeyheim. I gave myself a nice new purple bed too from Eco's mod. Oh, I keep saying Eco's mod, but there's actually 3 of them we have on here on the server, but I'll just call them Eco's mod. I mean, there's this one's from Decor, and then there's the garden one, and then there's a redwood tree one, and so on and so forth. But anyway, when I came back, let me see, the whole ceiling was gone, but all the appliances and stuff were still floating up there. I can't take them off again and show you what it looked like, because this time things would actually fall down, but all my flyers were here on the ground, and my gate was gone, So I just went ahead and replaced it with a dyno gate, which is fine. It actually gives it a bit more texture. It's a bit more solid. The downside of it, of course, is that I can't... there's some creatures that won't go through this one, but they would go through the other. And if I had actually built with this one, I wouldn't have been able to build on top of it as easily, although I could have gone up from the ceilings just as well. So that is what it is. That's no big deal. And then for the stairs I had, in S Plus, I can actually switch these wood ramps to stairs. So that's pretty cool, and they actually look pretty good. So I'm okay with that as well. So I was able to place the S Plus ceilings up here, the wood ceilings. It doesn't look like a hardwood floor anymore like it did before, but you know, whatever, that'll work. Now I do have a big gap up there in the ceiling. Those hatch frames are actually floating now because I don't have those little quarter ceilings that I was using before. But now that I did use those to place it, it's still there. We're just going to call that ventilation. You know, we have a floating ceiling, but you can only see it from a few angles. So I thought I was going to redesign this whole place, but I think I'm just going to live with that. And probably in the end, it's going to help my FPS because I've got fewer building pieces to load. So there it is. The big loss, though, of course, of all this stuff is that those wall cabinets are all gone. And all that stuff that was in it has just disappeared. And if I didn't explain it well enough before, I couldn't take the stuff out of it and put it in something else like this crafting station because with the extra ARK, the version that had been pushed, we couldn't restart. We had to keep going back to the same save in order to restart. So we couldn't do anything and save any progress and then go from there. So we had no choice but to lose the stuff. I could spawn it back in if I wanted. I think that would be fair. But at this point, I haven't bothered to spawn anything back in with the exception of this forge here, because I had gathered all the materials for that small industrial forge that came with extra ARK. But it doesn't, this version does not fit in here. It doesn't even fit out here, but it's huge. I went ahead and built these foundations coming around the outside so I can come along with my Anki over here and put this out, put the metal in it. So yeah, I have an outside forge now. You know, whatever. It's there. It's huge. It's ugly. I miss my little mini forge, but I can't get it back. And at least I still have a forge at this point. So I'm still experimenting with storage options at this point. The wall cabinets were such a great streamlined option, and there aren't that many good options after that. The storage boxes are big and they don't hold that much. Structures Plus has a metal storage box, which is kind of their version of a vault. It's low. But it's big and it only holds 100 stuff, and it just does not compete with their crafting station, which holds 300 of something. So that's a lot of storage. So I'll probably just mainly have to rely on the crafting stations. I was digging through Ecos mods and seeing what they have. They have these ice boxes. I was able to stack 2 of them. These are sort of cheater preserving bins that you don't have to put spark powder in. I don't necessarily feel good about that. I feel like you should have to put spark powder in a preserving bin. It's got 45 slots, and it doesn't look too bad. That's definitely nicer looking than a storage box. And, you know, we'll see what I do. I'll probably use some combination. There's this little side table. It's got, what's that, 15 slots. Not too many. This counter with doors, it only has 10 slots. I've got this beer bottle here. It's got 1 slot. You know, the crafting stations themselves are actually not that bad. Like this food tray here, it's got, well, it only has 50 slots, but some of them have a lot. This furniture decor crafting table has 200 slots. If you're willing to scroll through all the engrams each time, there's quite a bit of storage in here. But, you know, whatever, I'm going to work that out and figure out how to get my storage together. So we're still rolling. It's absolutely not at the level of a total wipe. I did lose a lot of gear and stuff that I'll have to craft back up, but you know, I'll just get experience from doing that. So yeah, I'm not bothering, like I said, to spawn most of it back in the weapons and stuff. I'm just going to be even more vigorous about pursuing drops and stuff out there in the world. So anyway, I think that's enough for now. I still am MonkeyPuzzle, and I want to thank you for watching till the end of this one. So now that we're through all that rough stuff, we got the server nice and stable again. I'm going to proceed on with all the ideas I actually had for this series, and if I detailed them all, like I said in that stream before. So we will be moving on very soon. I've also got the Primitive Plus server back up with the save I was on last, so I'm going to continue that series with my village building. There was a big update. Primitive Plus is in 1.5 right now, so they've added more stuff, they've fixed some bugs, and I think Primitive Plus is in the best place that it's been since it became DLC. So we'll proceed on with that. Anyway, once again, thank you for watching until the very end. This has been MonkeyPuzzle, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.